Hey guys, it's Jacolia of Jacolia Gems. Thank you for once again coming back to view my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, hey family, how are you guys? Do me a favor, go ahead and like this video, share it to your social media platforms, your group chats, whatever it is that you guys decide to do, as well as hit the subscribe button if you have not already done so. And if you have, I definitely appreciate you. So, I want to talk today about the importance and the role of what the black woman, the black mother, the black wife feeds her family. Literally feeds her family. So, growing up in a house, we just gonna be honest, my daddy was the better cook. My daddy had to teach my mama how to cook some things, and he taught well, right? We did not eat a lot of fried food. We didn't order out a lot. Now, the one thing that was the nemesis that we were not aware of that had an adverse effect on myself as well as my mother was the fact that mommy definitely, and daddy some too, had an affinity for bottom feeders. And in a black household, when you can afford to go to restaurants and eat crab legs and sushi and mussels and oyster, these are looked at the bourgeois things. And no. um but outside of that, we were considered healthy eaters. So we ate vegetables. We never had two starches on the plate. We always would eat oats and whole wheat and just all of these things. And I'm saying that to say that if I grew up and the only thing that I really grew up eating off and on that was unhealthy was bottom feeders, and it had an effect on my health. I want to tell you women that when I'm in the grocery stores, when I'm having conversations, when I see certain things that women are eating and feeding their family, I genuinely become afraid, but I don't say anything. And because it's hard to talk to black women. When you are a black woman, you literally control the health of your family. Literally, you control the health of your family because what goes in the gut controls everything in the body. So when you know that they're putting hormones into the food, you have to ask yourself what's up with the testosterone levels or the estrogen levels of my children. A lot of kids actually end up developing early because they stay on milk for so long or because their food has different byproducts in it. We end up developing things such as PCOS, end up having to have hysterectomies and having fibroids and thyroid problems and high blood pressure and different things like that, all because our diets are not balanced. So black women, if you are feeding your family processed food versus fresh fruit and fresh vegetables, and I know all of us are not able to afford these things. They have local food pantries that give out fresh food for free, that give out fruit for free. You don't have to be low income either to begin to participate in these things. I want to encourage someone to come away from the box, come away from the can. Those things literally should be for emergencies, for when the world ends and things of that nature. When we begin to rush our meals, we are rushing our love. Now, I'm big on teaching my children how to cook a balanced meal, and even pointing out to them, well, if we snack too much, you hear your stomach or you see you breaking out a little bit. By teaching them that what goes in your gut goes on in your brain. And this is honestly why we have so many psychological problems in our families, because our guts are messed up. A lot of us brag about eating pork. A lot of us brag about eating seafood. A lot of us will say that we will never give up these things even when we know better. I want to tell you something. The reason that they told you that the N word means ignorant is because it has a double worded meaning. We know that Nagas leads back to the Native Americans, and that Negus means king, it means royalty. The Bible begins to say that my people perish because of lack of knowledge. To be ignorant does not mean that knowledge is being withheld from you. It means that it is easily and readily accessible, but we begin to ignore it. Accessible, excuse me. But we begin to ignore it. And so we are willfully ignorant, which is why it is that we choose our downfall and we choose our demise. Soon, I will be, maybe about in the next 3 to 6 months, dropping out some healthy recipes, doing some videos, some live cookings, and things of that nature. Some people have been asking me about doing some meal prepping and stuff like that. So we shall see. I honestly just want to help heal our nation one meal at a time. So if we could step away from the high fructose, go ahead and place an order with my business, Harvest Essence. I love making the herbal teas and adding some honey in it, and it tastes amazing and it has amazing benefits. When you know better, you do better. And if you say that you love yourself and you love your children and you love your men, you have to start by cooking better. Because, black woman, what you feed the nation is soul food. And if we are still eating what we call soul food, which has a link to voodoo, which we can definitely talk about, we begin to see that we are committing genocide one spoonful at a time. Our ancestors literally were fed these things to have enough strength on the inside of them to continue to pick the cotton and pull up the cane and so on and so forth. They were given the scraps, and we brag about eating scraps when we could sit at the table and rewrite our DNA through our diets. So this is Jacolia of Jacolia Gems. Thank you once again for coming to my channel. Go ahead and like this, comment, share this video, as well as subscribe. And change your taste. I promise you, you'll love yourself more for it. Food for thought.